So start out with freshly primed lids and set it in place with a bit of powder. We're going to go in with a dark charcoal grey pencil and just apply all over the lid really messily and buff out the edges just so that they're not like a super harsh line, just like a soft kind of line, which will make it a bit easier later on. And we're going to use all matte shades, I think, pretty much on the lid. So we're going to take a big fluffy brush with a matte brown shade and buff it through the crease. Don't try and blend out the other color, we're just putting it there. Now we're going to take this charcoal shade and this is going to start to diffuse those edges of the base that we've put onto the lid. But not completely. We've got another color that we'll go in with in a minute, which will help buff that out further. So we're taking this purple shade, and this is going to go all over the lid, just packing it on in little pressing movements, and then we're going to very lightly diffuse the edges. This is starting to buff out those edges, and you can't really see underneath anymore, but we still have an intense lid color. Now we're going to take a black on the outer corner of the eye, and then we're just going to slightly buff it in, and I go in later with more black, but we're just kind of mapping it out for the moment. We're not going for a super dark outer corner, but just a little bit of contrast. You're going to take beige, which is just the light shimmery shade, and that's going to go onto the inner corner and a little bit onto the brow bone, and we're just going to slightly blend it into those other colors just by patting like I am now. Since this video is aimed at hooded eyes, if you can't do a winged liner, just go in with more black and be a bit more precise with creating a winged shape on the outer corner, but you don't have to go in with the liquid liner if you don't want. I've decided to go in with it because my eye shape can handle it, but if yours can't, honestly, don't worry about it. It will still look awesome. Now we're going to be taking a silver and lining our lower lash line, creating a point on the inner corner and following up the black liquid liner underneath. Even if you've got hooded eyes, you should be able to do it because we're coming from a lot lower, so you should be able to create that shape. And I'm choosing to do this really glittery lower lash line because often with most eye shapes, especially hooded eyes, the glitter, if you put it on your lid, just transfers everywhere and looks awful. So on the lower lash line is awesome. And you want to just create a little bit more of a peak with the black liner into the inner corner. You want to clean up any fallout. You might not get all the glitter off. Glitter gets stuck everywhere, so you know, try not to be too hard on yourself if you can't get it all off. This is your chance to go in with your mascara and falsies and whatever else you like. This is the new L'Oreal mascara and it comes with a white end and a black end to create nice full lashes. We're going to prime our skin, so I'm using the Nivea Shave Balm and just patting it into my skin because I really like this. I find it makes my makeup last really well. For foundation, I'm using L'Oreal True Match. This isn't like my favorite foundation, but I hadn't used it in ages and I was like, oh, I should give it another go, and I actually really like it. But generally I would suggest for New Year's or something like that, when you're going to be going out, use a foundation that you know and trust really well. So that you know it's actually going to last all day and all night into the wee hours of the morning. For my dark circles, I'm using the Sigma Lip Concealer because I find it has a really nice peachy tone, which works really well at concealing and covering up those dark baggies. And then we're going to go in with a concealer to hide all of our blemishes and add a little bit of coverage under the eyes, just a little bit extra, because that's what I need, but do whatever you need for your skin. I'm going to take a lighter concealer now. This is a lighter color and lighter texture and consistency, and highlight the areas of my face that I want highlighted. And again, blending in with a sponge, just the same thing I always do because I love buffing in concealer with a sponge. This is the Australis AC on Tour kit, and the highlight shades are awesome. I love mixing them together. They're super brightening. I love setting underneath my eyes and then the other areas of the face that we have highlighted. You want to set the rest of your face in place and the cheek area so that when we buff our bronzers and blushes on and everything, that they will not go patchy or streaky or anything like that. For brows, I like to start with a tinted brow gel or mascara type thing. This is the Essence one. It's meant to be a dupe for the Benefit one, It's okay. It's definitely not a dupe, but it is quite nice, but they're very, very different. And I just like to fill in my brows so they're pretty much all done, and then go in later when they are nice and dry to fill in any remaining gaps, just because it's so much easier for me, and that's what I want to do. I'm taking the Napoleon Matte Bronze, and this bronzer is so nice, it's so pretty, it's great for really pale and fair skin tones as well, and it's really buildable for nice like medium to tan skin tones, which is really nice. When I worked at Napoleon, I loved this bronzer. I used it on everyone and everyone loved it, and why not love it? It's awesome. So I use that on a big fluffy brush and then a smaller denser brush just to contour my cheeks. For some people it might be a bit too warm to contour with, but I think for my skin tone it doesn't look too bad, in my opinion anyway. So I use that to contour out my cheeks and my nose and everything. And these brushes, they are the fake imitation Bold Metals ones from eBay. I'm taking a nice pinky, goldy, kind of, I don't know what color you would say it is. This really gorgeous highlight though, I absolutely love it. It's from the Smashbox palette. I got it when my friend Hannah was in town, and we went shopping and we both swatched the highlighter and we're like, we need this, it's so pretty. And then I'm taking this Australis blush in Fame, and it's a really, really pretty color. I think this is quickly becoming one of my favorite blushes, which is saying something because most of my blushes are high end. For brows, I'm going in with the Chi Chi brow pomade just to fill in any gaps, but I'm gonna skip past this because brows are very personal. For everyone, they're gonna be a bit different. Just take a nice lip pencil, and I'm going in with MAC Faux or Faux, or however you want to say it, on my lips, because it's not too nude, so it's gonna show up so you don't look like you have invisible lips when you are getting your photos taken. So that is the finished makeup look. I hope you liked it. If you recreate it, please hashtag AmiaMay on Instagram. Go have a lovely fun night out on the town, go dancing, have fun with your friends, and I'll see you all next year. Bye.